Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Duke of Edinburgh update from myself. My name is Josh Haywood, and I am the Duke of Edinburgh manager here at the Morley Academy. Many of you will be very familiar with myself. Obviously, some of you may not know me as such due to the COVID-19 pandemic and how this has had an effect, obviously, on the Duke of Edinburgh award currently over the last 12 months. What I would like to do today is I'd like to give you an update just about Duke of Edinburgh, where we're at, where we're heading, and how now students, along with the support from their parents, carers, and the school, will be able to complete their Duke of Edinburgh award and give you some real key updates on what we're hoping to achieve over the course of the next few weeks and months. So the first thing I would like to say is thank you to all students who enrolled onto DAV. DAV here at the Morley Academy is a massive part of what we do. And every year we grow in size and we grow in support from staff members. And those really exciting moments of DAV as well, when students really enjoy themselves out on expeditions and completing their sections. And it's been such a shame over the last 12 months that hasn't been able to happen. But hopefully now, with our new virtual DAV, we will be able to offer some kind of support to students and the parents and carers, and hopefully clear up some questions you may have about DAV and what's going to be happening over the course of the next few weeks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen with you. And the first thing I'm going to start with, okay, is just from kind of a student perspective with our Bronze Award students. So this presentation, I'm just going to take you through the Bronze Award and what is expected to those students who are completing their Bronze Award. And then I will move on to the Silver students as well. Now, if I start with the Bronze Award first, you students enrolled when you were in year 9 and you are currently now in year 10. We understand, that it's been a tough year for everybody. So DAV have put lots of things in place to support you, okay? And I'm going to take you through this now during this presentation. So on the screen now is how the expedition section and how the award was structured before COVID-19. You had your 3 sections. You had your volunteering, your physical, and your skill. And you had to do a minimum of 3 months of each of those, and then plus a further 3 months in one of them. So one had to be 6 months, and then 2 of them had to be 3 months, okay? And then there was an expedition, which was 2 days and 1 overnight stay. Now, the way this is working now is DAV has gone virtual. So the expedition section has now been taken off, and an expedition will no longer be needed or will be counted for. The sections, though, will still stand. So the volunteering, the physical, and the skill, they will still stand. And many of you have already started completing these as well. So now the DAV have launched what is called a Certificate of Achievement. The Certificate of Achievement is exactly the same as a Bronze DAV award. You just are not able to do, okay, the expedition. Now, this to employees and to later in life would still count the same as what a DAV Bronze Award would. And the reason for that is, okay, they've even said on the bottom of it here, okay, many congratulations in your achievements in the face of unprecedented challenges caused by COVID-19 outbreak. So everyone would know when you've got that award that actually you still did this throughout the COVID-19 outbreak, and something you should be extremely proud of. And it's something that you can achieve, okay, easier, okay, and much quicker, okay, than usual. So we are now looking at, the volunteering. Now you can do this at home, you can do this online, okay, as well. So before, when you had to go out to a charity shop or you had to go out to support somebody, that now, has changed, okay? We have to, the government advice is we have to stay at home. So something that, maybe a couple of things that, we've come up with is helping others at home, at school or at college, raising awareness, providing community care, doing sports leadership, becoming an Age UK digital buddy, volunteering, different, even just to translate. Some people have, done some knitting or helping, premature babies who've been born in hospital. Communication, working hard, speaking to family members, supporting them, helping out in the garden at home, okay, volunteering, the peer education, keeping in touch with, those vulnerable neighbours as well. The volunteering section now, okay, can be something you're doing at home. So if you are, helping out with the washing up, if you're cooking, if you're helping family members, that can now count as your volunteering, and your parents or carers are able to tell me and say to me, they are doing this, okay? Whereas before you had to go out to do the volunteering, you are now able to do this at home. along with the physical. Okay. If you go running, you know, if you're on the treadmill at home, that is absolutely fine. If you do Joe Wicks videos, that is fine. Jogging, absolutely fine. Okay. Go on your bike ride. Okay. Let's say you do an hour 1 week. That is fine. That counts as your physical. Okay. Improving your fitness, you know, the Wii Fit. Okay. We're rolling back 10 years when the Wii Fit was a massive thing now. I think now we've got the Nintendo Switch. If you're doing those activities, they can count as your volunteering. Okay. And they can count as your physical as well. You can really get involved. Okay. You know, in completing those, and at the same time get that physical section ticked off. On the board now, there's so many different ones I've just put on. Okay, some people are doing online Zumba. Okay, there's loads of things you can do. If you're, you know, going onto YouTube and doing an exercise from YouTube, that can be your physical. Okay, so please bear that in mind. Skill section. Okay, always the hardest one that some people are doing. You know, if you read a book at home for an hour a week, that's your skill section completed. Okay, as you've grown, you know, and developed that skill of reading. If you do drawing, photography, knitting, painting, okay, amazing. If you're doing music lessons, if you're practicing singing, great. You know, if you want to do some first aid, they're offering free courses. You know, if you're doing things like photography, if you're using YouTube and you're editing documents and you're creating your own and you're doing the streaming, all those things, you know, it's you getting better at skills. And I think that's one thing about lockdown, that we've all focused on our skills. Okay. And we've all wanted to get better at something that can now count as your skill. And something I want to make really clear now is the DAV have authorized that you can backdate these to March of 2020, which means that for some of you, your volunteering, your physical, and your skill is already done. You've done it. You know, your parents or carers can say, I've got pictures here of what you've done as well. Okay. We are asking for photographic evidence of this, or for some kind of evidence that you've done this. But the DAV have also made it very clear that if you've struggled at home, but you've managed to do these things, and you can, you know, say to us, I have done these, the DAV now is taking your word for that, which simply means if you say, for my mum and dad, I've cooked once a week for 12 weeks, or you say, I've read a book over lockdown and I spent an hour a week on it for 12 or 24 weeks. Amazing. That's your section completed. So this is where DAV is really giving you the opportunity now to tell us what you've done. If you've got evidence, brilliant, put it on. If you're missing that evidence, if you're thinking, well, it's the start of the lockdown, I don't know where I've put it, we will believe you, okay, that you've done it. And that's where it's absolutely crucial now that you take this opportunity, okay, to really enhance your skills, but also to get your DAV signed off. So, as you admit, we don't have an expedition at the minute. But what I am looking for is for you to download the DAV app, okay? And I'm going to be coming on to that in just a second about eDAV and where we are going to be going over the course of the next few weeks with eDAV. I am just very, very quickly going to jump onto the silver students. Now, for silver students, it's exactly the same, really. It's the same principle of the volunteering, the physical, and the skill. As long as you've done something and you can tell me about something, we again will take your word for that, okay, that you've done that. Now, you guys are in year 11, which means that we know you've got loads on already. So what we're hoping is that you can complete these very, very kind of quickly and get yourself signed off and get, you know, they will email you your certificate of achievement. They used to send them into school and post them out. Currently, obviously, with the postage situation, they are emailing these to you, which simply means year 11. If you can now, over the course of the next few weeks, evidence what you've done or just tell me what you've done, I can then sign you off. And for your college applications, you can put you've got your DAV Silver Award. You can say you've got your DAV Bronze Award. And it's something, you know, that you should be extremely proud of. So just really quickly for the silver one, the only difference is that the volunteering, okay, had to be, 6 months, which on the sheets that you had was 24 signatures. The physical, could either be 3 or 6 months, and the same for the skill. So as you can see, it says volunteering 6 months, one section for 6 months and the other one for 3 months. So you had to do 2 sections for 6 months and 1 for 3 months. And then the direct entrance must do a further 6 months in the volunteering. That's if you didn't do your bronze award as well. But if you didn't do that, get in contact with me and I will give you support with that, what you need to do. So once again, certificate of achievement's there for you, okay? And this is for your bronze or silver award. You can achieve the certificate of achievement. And once again, the volunteering, the physical and the skill are all exactly the same. So what we are looking to do now, everybody, or what I really want to see you completing, is you logging onto EDV and you telling me over the course of the last year, what have you done? What have you done which has been what volunteering have you done at home? What physical have you got fitter? What have you ended up doing to keep yourself motivated over this time? And what skill have you done as well? Now, please bearing in mind, everybody, okay, and I've said this before, the DAV currently is, saying you can just tell us what you've done and we will accept that, which simply means that you can get signed off even if you've lost the evidence, because some of you might say, sir, I've lost my sheets. I don't know what I've done with my sign-on sheets. As long as you can type into EDV what you've done, we are going to take that and accept that and be able to get you signed off with your reward. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I really hope that myself has cleared up a few kind of sections now about what you need to be doing over the course of the next few weeks. Please join me for my next video, which is I'm going to show you how to use EDV, how you need to upload that evidence, okay, that really key evidence that you are going to need, all right, along with that, kind of just what you've done, so that I can sign you off over the next few weeks. There is a deadline, okay, at the minute, which is the 1st of June. The 1st of June, okay, is where the cut-off date for the certificate of achievements are. So we want to get, by the 1st of June, we want to have in place that evidence for that volunteering, that physical, and that skill. It may be that you've started it, but you're just to finish it. And that gives you the time now to finish it. And it allows you actually to get your DAV award. So please join me for the next video, okay, which is going to be all about EDV and how you are going to show me this evidence that you've done, or tell me what you've done, and how then myself and my team here at the Academy can get you signed off on your DAV award, okay? It's very, very exciting times. And once again, okay, thank you everyone for your support kind of through these unprecedented times. And I will hope to speak to you soon, okay? And I will see you on video 2, which is all about EDV. Thank you.